On this episode, we have special guest, Emily Greenaway. Actor, musician, dancer, host of Empower You TV, Xanadu the Musical. Wow. Tell us about you. Who are you and what you do?
Hi, I'm Emily Greenaway. What do I do? Well, currently I'm interviewing experts worldwide, such as yourself actually, in the areas of wealth, health and self. But I also am setting up real estate retreats for investors to be able to come and collaborate and meet a power team to be able to do joint ventures, create deals, and basically create financial freedom in the room with a community of like-minded individuals. So yeah, it's very exciting.
Wow. And what would you define success as?
Success is being able to live your life the exact way that you want to be living it, doing what you want to be doing with no financial burden. And success for me is not money so much as time. It's having the time to do the things that you want to be doing, because at the end of the day, money just buys you choices.
Yes.
And it buys back your time. So for me, it's having all the time in the world to be able to do everything I love doing without the pressure of finances getting in the way.
Well said, Emily. And do you have a coach or mentor?
I do. I have several. So I have a coach for motivation. I have a property coach, property mentor. I have various different fitness mentor. I think it's very really beneficial to have various different coaches in different areas of your life, not just the one, because no one person is ever going to give you everything that you want. So I think it's really, really important to be able to learn from others that you feel are where you want to be or higher than where you are, so it can lift you higher.
Absolutely. Emily, in times of stress, what do you think about?
All right, so I think it's really important to, this is something that I've realised most recently actually, is sometimes doing less, you achieve more. And often in times of stress, we're trying to do too much and take on too much on our plate. And often the best solution is just to leave everything alone and walk away. And in times of stress, I always revert back to my why. Why am I doing this? Because at the end of the day, if you lose sight of your why, the rest is useless. It's not about the how. It's not about how do I get there and what do I need to do. It's about why do I want to get there, because the how will always present itself. So in times of stress, I really go back to my vision board and my why and what is my mission.
And how do you stay centered?
How do I stay centered? Well, I'll try and get out, go for a walk, go to the gym, but also to making sure you incorporate things that you love to do. And oftentimes as an entrepreneur, most people forget to do that, so a lot of the time I'll go for a walk on the beach, because the beach just seems to ground me and center me. Get your shoes off, actually put your feet on the earth, come in contact with Mother Earth, because really that's the vibration, without sounding too woo-woo, that's the vibration we need to be at, because we are really, we are a product of nature, of the earth. And so we tend to operate at such a high frequency, especially with all of the introduction of online world and technology. We're go, 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 go. So I think really it's important to often slow down and do less, because it's in those little moments that you slow down and lower your energy and your vibration that magic happens.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
So this series, Emily, is about inside the mind of, and the whole reason why I created this series is to give the audience an understanding of how peak performers and the best of the best use their mind. Tell us, do you use visualizations?
I certainly do.
Tell us about that.
Oh, I think it's imperative, because if you can't visualize what you want and have clarity in sending your messages out to the universe, again, for those watching, I'm not getting all woo-woo, but you've got to be certain and have clarity and be specific about what you want. And if you visualize that every day, it tricks the mind into believing it's real. So I've got a vision board and I've also got a mind movie. So every day I will watch that movie. At the start of my day, it has music, it has visuals, it has video on there, and I'll watch this video that I've created for myself of all the things that I want or all the things that I've had that have really driven me and buzzed me.
Yes.
And by the end of it, I'm supercharged. It's only a 3-minute video, but it's enough to just put me where I need to be in my mind for the day. So visualization is huge.
So who taught you how to do that? Where did you learn that? Because, you know, through my work as an executive coach and through my work as a mind coach, I found that you don't learn that in school. Mm-hmm. You don't really learn that when you go to university.
Yep.
You definitely don't learn that from your parents. So where did you pick that up from?
Look, I've literally spent the last 3 years immersing myself in personal development, and I think that it's so important to be able to grow yourself at all times, and you can never learn enough. You can never say, oh, well, I've done X amount of courses, now I'm done, that's me, and I can go on my journey. I'm forever going to even free courses. You know, if you feel that your vibration is slipping down and your energy level and you're getting into a negative headspace, the first thing I do is find out, right, where's the next seminar that I can go to that can lift me up to where I need to be to succeed. So I guess that's where I've learnt it from, is other experts. I've just modelled the people that I admire and really value what they've done in their journey. I just look at what they've done and copy it, you know, and that's where I've learned all of my mindset training is from the best of the best, you know, and I've just taken it, changed it a little bit around to suit me, and just basically implemented that into my life. And it's really important to just look at the people that have made it, reverse engineer it, and figure out what they've done, and then just follow their steps. It's simple.
That's great.
Yeah.
So do you set goals?
Oh, yeah.
Tell us about that.
Absolutely. Oh, well, first of all, it starts with, you know, having a real goal-setting visualization session with myself. You know, you can't be clinical about setting goals. You really have to take yourself to that place of inspiration.
Yes.
And, you know, that place where if money and time were no object, what would you do? And then once you've got that in mind, again, reverse engineer it. So I use a software called Evernote, and I start off with my yearly goals, and then I work backwards into my 90-day goals that are going to achieve that yearly goal. And then from the 90-day goals, I go to a monthly goal, a weekly goal, and then I write my daily tasks from that. So whatever my goals are for that week, each day I have 5 things that are going to work toward accomplishing that end of the week goal, which in turn accomplishes the month goal, and so on and so forth. So that's my clinical part of it. But I always reassess that every couple of weeks and just keep yourself in track, because things change, and you know, you've got to also be really careful not to add too many tasks to any one day, because then if you don't complete them, you give yourself that letdown and that sense of disappointment.
What great advice.
Yeah.
Absolutely great advice. So you spoke a little bit before about your why.
Yes.
Next question I have for you is, why do you do what you do?
Wow, that's a really loaded question. I do what I do because I love the feeling of being able to inspire others. And I had a really unfortunate situation a few years back that I had to overcome hurdles and adversity. And I was given the gift of some knowledge back then that allowed me to be able to succeed in property without having any money. Now, let me tell you, coming from an acting background, I really, really had no money. It was very hand to mouth at all times.
Wow.
And I was shown how to get in and achieve my goals, and be able to even get into the property market was unbelievable. But to be able to create a portfolio from nothing was just blew my mind. So I am really passionate about being able to show other people how to take their lives from where they are right now to where they want to be, because there are so many people out there that don't know a way out of where they are right now, and they don't even think it's possible. And if they only knew that it's just a tweak of something that they're already doing. So yeah, I guess I'm on a mission to empower people in the areas of health, wealth, and self, you know.
That's very inspiring.
Thank you.
Very, very inspiring. All right, let me ask you something.
Shoot.
What do you feel separates a champion from an average performer?
The will to never, ever quit, I think, is probably when you strip away everything, what it really boils down to is not giving up. Because the only way you won't succeed is if you don't give up. The only way you'll fail is if you quit. And a lot of the time, most people don't realise quite how close they were to success at that point when they quit.
Yes.
So that is key. Just keep going. And obviously you're going to readjust on your path, but staying motivated, and also, I'll add another one, not trying to do everything on your own, because it leads to overwhelm, it leads to burnout, and of course that attacks your self-esteem. So really try and outsource as much as you possibly can. No successful person ever did it on their own, period. And if they have, they're lying.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, those are my two key things I think I'd say.
Emily Greenaway, you're an inspiration.
Thank you.
Thank you for being on the series.
Thank you for having me.
We hope that these words that you've given to the audience inspires people to be the best they can.
Awesome.
The whole idea of these series is to help people do exactly what you've done. Is come from an ordinary place and turn into extraordinary. Inspire people to live the best they can. Thank you so much, and we look forward to working with you over many years to come.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
All the best.